Hey y'all, have you ever noticed that when you go to set up your new email marketing platform, that they ask for your physical address and like it's required? Why is that? Well, we're going to talk about that today, and we're also going to talk about the ways that you can share a physical mailing address through your email marketing and it not actually be your home address. Like I said, having your physical mailing address in all of your marketing emails is a requirement of a number of different privacy regulations. In the US, it's CAN spam. In the UK, it's GDPR. Canada has another one that I can't remember the name of right now. I can link them all in the description. But physical address is the one that can really give you the most heartache. Because if you're like me, you work from home, you don't want to share your physical mailing address. Like, I don't want my home address going out to 2,000 people on my email list. Like, ugh, no, thank you. But you don't have to use your home address. There are a number of options that you've got to still comply with the CAN spam regulation, but not use your actual home mailing address. All right. The first one is very obvious. If you have a brick and mortar office or something similar, you can use that as your physical mailing address. It does not need to be your home address. But if you, and I know people who have used like their like family businesses or something like that as their home address, especially if it's a a brick and mortar office. Basically, they need to be able to find you or contact you if they I don't know, like the privacy police. If they show up at your place of business, they need to be able to contact you and find you. So if you have a physical office, you can probably stop watching because you're good to go. But if you don't have a physical office, let's talk about a couple of different things. Now, a lot of people in the US choose to use PO boxes, and that makes a lot of sense, right? They're not terribly expensive. I think it varies depending on where you are and the size of the box that you get. You have basically 24-hour access to it, et cetera, et cetera. You can also use something similar at like a UPS store, or I don't know if FedEx Kinko's has that service, but there are also other like mailing stores. We've got one called Mailboxes, etc., that kind of thing. So you can take out a postal box there where your mail can be delivered, right? That is considered acceptable in most states. Please check your state regulations for this. I want to say North Carolina does not allow you to use a PO box. I may be wrong on that. Check your local regulations for this, please. But for most of us, we can use a PO box. We can use a UPS store or other place where they have that kind of service, right? Now, those cost money. Yes, they do, but it's a business expense, and it's one that you absolutely need to just suck it up. Sorry. If you have a co-working space or like a virtual office space in your town, a lot of them also offer mail delivery options, right? Where they will actually, if you get mail, they will then get it to you. If you have that option in your town, that may be something to look into. Obviously, that's going to vary based on the co-working business and whatever like plan or setup you get. Some of them I'm sure go way into the thousands per month, but you might be able to get just mail service for a lot less. So definitely check that out. But I want to tell you about one that I've been using that has worked really well for me. Now, disclaimer, I don't get a lot of like printed mail. I don't get a lot of snail mail. That's fine. Most online businesses don't, right? We do everything online, but I have to have a physical mailing address. So I used a company called iPostal, and this is not sponsored by iPostal. I don't have an affiliate code for iPostal, nothing like that. This is just the solution that I used. So iPostal, and I think it's ipostal.com, but you can Google it. It is a virtual mailbox, which sounds kind of weird, but what happens is when somebody sends snail mail to me at my iPostal address, it's actually delivered to my local Staples office supply store. So my physical address is the address of my Staples. And then I have a box number after that. So it's kind of like a P.O. box or a UPS store kind of setup. But here's the cool thing. If I get mail, they will scan it and make it available to me online. I don't even have to go to Staples to pick it up. How cool is that? So there are virtual options available. I totally get it if you don't want to use your home address. I don't either, but definitely check into the options that are available around you. Do some Googling, ask some people around, ask on the internet. And I'm sure there are lots of people who will tell you exactly what they think you should do because that's why the internet exists, right? But don't feel like you have to use your home address just because you don't have a brick and mortar office. Hope this has been helpful. If you got another solution, drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear about it. Talk to you soon. Bye.